Hello and what is going on today, guys? Tomcat here, and today we are back in SpinTires Mud Runner, and we're going to be checking out one of the most customizable vehicles that I have ever seen in this game so far. Now, this is a Land Cruiser, and as we can see, you've got the bed on the back, and you've also got a fully animated suspension, although I will say the springs seem to be almost cartoonishly large, and I'm not sure if that's an error or if that's... I feel like in the front they're pretty realistic. In the rear, they're a little huge, but we'll kind of gloss over that because, or at least currently, because this thing has so many features, it's not even funny. So on the interior, we have a fully modeled interior, everything, steering wheel, which it does not turn, which, I mean, you could kind of go either way on that. But you've got every single piece of the dash, the AC controls, the clock. You've even got like GPS stuck to the windshield. You've got so much stuff in here on the inside of the car, or the inside of the vehicle, I should say, that's absolutely like ridiculous. And we haven't even driven it yet. So I don't know what the performance is like, and hopefully the performance is up to the level of modeling that this thing has. Now, add-ons wise, there is so much. You've got a rear bumper with built-in steps. You've got, let's see, you could put an ATV in the back, which that is very cool. You've got basically a side step and protection rail that goes all the way from the bottom of the front fender to the tailgate. You've got, what is this? Oh, that's the front bumper with like a winch and everything. We've got a cage for the back, which actually will fit with the ATV when fully outfitted. You've got, what is that? Okay, no, so the game actually just freaked out for a second. I thought it was going to crash, but spare tire on the back, and let's see. Oh, with different spare tires, I see. So, let's see. You can do different sets of spares depending on what you want to do. You can also install different bumpers. You can also install a snorkel. So that makes this thing so customizable that you could run this thing in... It's weird. You could run this thing in only a couple different variants, sure, but at the end of the day, the variants that you have available to you are just ridiculous. And I think, honestly, this is probably one of the most well-done vehicles in terms of features that I've seen in recent memory. Like, it's very, very good. Very, very good. Now, I'm going to go ahead and head across the river. We're here on Smed's Moab map, and we're going to go ahead and head across the river because I want to take this thing into some proper crawling areas and see what it'll do. Now, it is holding itself in fourth gear very, very nicely, and I'm going to bump it up in a high and see if it's quick, which it feels like it definitely is. High range is definitely geared more towards speed than crawling, so that means, wow, low 3 is even properly fast, so low 2 will be where we're going to hang out for a good bit. Now, for tire grip, it seems to be doing very well. So far, I haven't had any issues at all with the tire grip. The tire grip seems to be wonderful, just powering through the landscape really, really well, and all with that ATV in the back. That's, I think, the coolest thing. The fact that you can, run around through the wilderness and climb up these trails with a quad in the back, that is so cool to me. So freaking cool to me. Now, let's go ahead and head to the right and get into a couple of other trails before we switch vehicles, but I also think that the massive tires do help in terms of the fact that, like, obviously they're going to help in terms of ground clearance and getting over rocks and things like that, but they do also mask the fact that this thing actually doesn't flex all that much, and it can kind of get away with that because it has such huge tires. Now, is the flex terrible? No, not at all. It actually flexes quite well, but it just doesn't flex quite as well as maybe some of the other vehicles that you may have seen. Now, you guys all know this spot if you've seen video footage of actual off-roading in Moab, or if you've actually been there yourself. I personally have not, but I would love to go, and I'm going to go ahead and dive in and see what this thing can actually do. High range, let's go. Whoa! Okay, well, apparently it's extremely susceptible to damage if you do hit the front of the vehicle. Now, it got through there extremely easily, but at the present moment, it is a bit damaged. But I'll tell you one thing, having all those add-ons really pays off because you can just immediately repair it. Like, no big deal. It's done. So I'm going to go ahead and back up and go back in the other direction and see if we can do it slowly in crawler mode, like absolute crawler mode, and try to avoid any damage from smacking the front end of the vehicle on the rocks. Oh man, and as expected, it just climbs right out. Now, I know we can make it the rest of the way, so instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to take it out of the out of this bowl, basically, in a little bit trickier of a direction than what we would have before. And it still rises to the occasion and climbs out no problem. Like, it actually climbs out no problem at all. It's a really, really awesome rig. It's got all the grip you'd ever need. It's got tons of torque. It's got gearing for, it's got basically an incredible range of gearing. So you can leave it in low 1 or low 2 and, you know, climb along and crawl along like this, or you can throw it into high, I mean, hell, even low 3 sometimes, and go really, really fast. And the automatic mode is really good. Apparently, there are a couple issues, though, with the animations for those side steps. They are a bit buggy and a bit glitchy, but again, we'll give them time to sort out some of the little things with their mod. Okay, I've never had a vehicle climb up that side of these rocks. That was kind of unexpected, and I didn't think that it would be able to do it. I'm actually quite proud of this thing. God, we haven't found anything yet that this thing just won't do, and it'll attack anything at any angle with a quad in the bed. I mean, it is an absolutely mental monster. Just run it up through this trail, no big deal. I'm actually going to switch to a different configuration of cruiser, and let's see. Let's grab the red cruiser, and we're going to do the cage in the back, and we're going to do, let's see, we're going to do a cage, a spare, and what do these pieces look like? So these are like actual bumpers. Whereas, oh, you know what? Dude, I just realized something. Oh, you can do the full bumper setup and you can do the full, like, actual bumper cover, and you can do the pre-runner style bumper with the armor along the fenders, and if you do that, oh, it all ties into each other. Oh, dude, that is so cool. We'll put the snorkel on this one. And, okay, that's just a different tire. So, the only issue that I have with it is that the tires that you can add on as a spare are not the tires that the actual vehicle runs. I mean, the actual vehicle is running a Maxxis tire, and you have a bogger, and what else do you have? You have, like, a bogger, and you have... Nope, put that back on. You have a bogger, and you have what looks like a... Oh, God, not a Mickey Thompson. I know what that is, but it's not a Maxxis. It's not a Maxxis, so... Anyways, that is one of those little, like, things with, like, continuity that I really wish that was there. Like, if you're gonna have Maxxis tires on the thing, like, on the actual vehicle itself, then have your Maxxis, have your spare be a Maxxis. Now, it feels like high is the equivalent to 5th, so if you want it to stay in its highest gear, you just throw it in high range, and it will go. And it will absolutely... Actually, it's very fast. It's definitely fast for what it is. It's a really good multi-purpose vehicle because it can bomb around this racetrack, but it can also go across the river and go climbing in all of those rock crawling trails when you put it in low 1, low 2, or low 3 sometimes. So I really can appreciate the dual-natured characteristics of this vehicle, and I think that it really holds a good spot in the game right now. Now, this vehicle, the only catch with it is that it's not available on Steam, and I don't know if it will be or not. I actually had to install this thing with just by installing files, and the place where I found it is not I would say it's not quite. I don't know if I would recommend you guys going to where I found this mod, because unless you have proper security software, I feel like it's a little bit iffy, but I will say that this vehicle is really fun to drive, and I really do hope that it gets released on Steam, because it is a great rig. It's an awesome rig to drive, and it really does a great job of putting its power down and climbing up whatever you put in front of it, and just all around being a great vehicle. It's a really, really good all-rounder, and I think if you need an all-in-one scout vehicle / repair rig, this might be a really good one to check out, because, man, it's gnarly. It is really, really good. Oh, God. Can we start it off in high? Yes, we can. We can start it off in high with a damaged engine, and we can probably limp it all the way back to the start-finish line, because, well, let's see how quickly we can repair it. Ah, not quick enough. Damn, not quick enough. All it needs is like a tiny little bit of forward motion, though, and it's right back into high, and it's like set off, ready to go. The fuel tank is in a... Wait a second, that's in a weird spot, or at least the animation for where the fuel is in a weird spot, because you can see it sloshing around underneath the rig, but like it's down there it's down there like sitting on top of the rear axle. It's not actually within the frame anywhere, which is very weird. Very, very weird. Like, ideally, it would be... I mean, obviously, ideally, it would be on the frame. Or mounted to the frame somewhere. Let's see if we can make this into a jump! Oh, God, the rear wheels gripped up a little bit, and that was a little bit more than I thought they were going to grip up, but still got it going. Dude, get back on the track, sir. Get back on the freaking track. Where are you going? Get over this edge, unlet off a little bit, because that one will throw you for a loop if you're not careful. That one will really send you spinning. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Almost there. Oh God. Ooh. Oh, my. What the heck kind of spin was that? And boom. Oh, my God. All right. Well, what a way to finish that. But... I do really enjoy this vehicle. It's a shame it's not actually available on Steam. I genuinely wish it was, and I feel like it would be an absolutely amazing addition to the game's Steam Workshop lineup. Also, if there was a 6x6 option. But hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to click that like button. Tell me in the comments down below what you guys thought of it. And if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe for more. I'll see y'all next time. Talk to you guys later.